What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to GBall Vision. Today I have for you guys my daily morning EDC update and check-in. Before we get started, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I would love to have you here. And before you head out, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me. I really appreciate it, and it really helps these videos get circulated out there to more people. So we're going to kick the video off with a couple of items that I recently acquired and I've been using every day since I got them. So I have moved completely to the Ark Pouches. We are going to do in the next update a review of the mini pouch potato from Daily Carry Co., which is what we were using before these. I will have Ark linked down below. They make fantastic products, guys. I've had quite a few people, surprisingly, ask me, and they haven't seen the unboxing of these items yet. But I've had people ask me, do I know of a company who makes pouches that are also intertwined with a wallet? And it just so happens that Ark makes that very thing. I have taken and transformed this into my wallet. I keep my cards here. They also have another sleeve here. And then I've just been storing some cash back here. On the front, we have our pen and flashlight. I went to my smaller Big Idea Design Pocket Pen Pro in titanium, which we talked about last time, I believe. And then I went to the Dapper Designs Ion for now. I'm still trying to figure out how to situate this thing. I like how minimal that it is staying. I keep this in my front pocket, and it's not much bigger than my Travax wallet, but what I've done is take what I used to put in one pouch and a wallet. I've now basically transferred into two separate pouches, and that's a game changer for me. In my wallet, I have a pen and a flashlight. This is how the layout of this is going to stay. Pen and flashlight, or at least that's how I'm anticipating it to stay. And then I might add the cash on the inside here and put something on the back. I don't know quite how I'm going to finish these. That's still kind of a work in progress. Now this big guy here, I'm still trying to figure it out, guys. I have a little Lynch Northwest pry bar in here. I also have the Daily Carry Co. AI slide in here. This is basically more for just for fun. You know what I mean? This is a pouch, a pack that I put in my back right pocket. And I just don't know how I'm going to lay it out yet. I really don't know. I'm still working on it. I want to keep it thin. I don't have a problem sitting on this. You know, like if I sit down to drive or sit down to take a little break or whatever during the day, doesn't bother me. It stays nice and flat, and there's plenty of room to spare in here. And I've been keeping this guy, the Exceed Designs Tyrant V3, in their titanium in the back. That way I just have, a couple of different capabilities. But this has really opened me up to be able to carry even more stuff than I was previously and have it spread out a little bit better throughout the pants. And I've been keeping a hank down in here as well. So everything that I did have in a pouch, with the exception of the lighter, that's been going in my pocket, and I don't know how I'm going to intertwine that with these. I don't think I'm going to put the lighter in these pouches because it just don't really fit in this pouch, and it does fit in this pouch, but I don't want this to be real bulky and big either, because if I add in a flashlight or something that's not thin, because like a pry bar would probably be fine in here, but I just don't like things in a pouch like this sticking out way over. Like the pen, that's fine. But I just don't know about what I'm going to put in here. And as far as the lighter goes, most of the lighters are not going to be completely safe in this pouch or the inner pouch. It has the ability to fall out. Now, would you notice something like that? Probably more often than not, you would notice it. But I would hate to lose my very expensive Douglas Field lighter, or any lighter for that matter, and lose it and not have it, and that would just bum you out pretty quickly. But I have to say and give a great passing grade to Ark. They're USA made, great people. I have no affiliation with them, but I will link their products down below. They have great customer service, great products. So big fan of these pouches. If you're looking to get into the pouch game for the very first time, or you're trying to figure out, a good pouch to carry in your, actual pants pocket, these are literal game changers opposed to the other pouches that have a zipper and then they open up. Those are cool. They work really well, but they're too big. They're too bulky for most jeans pockets. Something like this is going to stay nice and thin, and it's going to be easily pocketable. So big fan of these pouches. Let's go ahead and... Did we cover? Yeah, we covered everything. So if you have any ideas on how to lay these out, any differently, I've tried different knives here, different pry bars here. I've tried, I just can't nail it down yet. And I took the bit driver pry bar out of here to lighten up the load, because when I'm home, I obviously have plenty of stuff for knife maintenance here. And in my truck, which is, if I leave here, I take my truck, I have a full EDC loadout on my visor, which includes 2 different screwdrivers that all have T6, 8, and 10 bits in there. So it's almost like I don't really need that in my pants pocket. If I'm at work and a pivot comes loose, I can go right out to my truck, and take care of business, or tighten up the pocket clip, or whatever it might be. So, I just felt like, man, I don't really need that in my, in my pocket. So that's still up in the air, though. As far as knives are concerned, let's get to this. So the Offgrid Knives Scorpion from their Elite series is going to be coming up very, very soon. I cannot get enough of this knife. It's actually cut the hell out of my thumb, because if you miss that flipper tab, it has cut the hell out of me. It's finally healing up, but it got me like 3 different times and has taken quite a while to heal up. But this thing is so exceptionally well done from Offgrid. They are currently working on production on these, and I believe they're coming soon, along with quite a few other knives from Offgrid. And if you are new here, Offgrid makes fantastic utilitarian knives, and I've become a massive fan of Offgrid. They are just doing a phenomenal job. The Viper V2 performed flawlessly. We are currently doing this guy here, which is the Spear Point EDC Stinger, and this thing is amazing. I know a couple guys who have went out and got one of these and said how pleased they were with it. It's a great size, great blade shape, 154, gray DLC, beautiful spear point blade. Detent is absolutely masterful, just like every other Offgrid that I've had. They are tuned extremely well. Comfy ergos. It's not a big knife, but it kind of handles like it's a little bigger than it is. It's very comfortable. Plenty of blade there. So this one is still undergoing testing, but is doing great, just like all the other Offgrid knives are. This one is coming in M390, so this is going to be a completely different ball game for off-grid knives and testing for my purposes. We are still rocking the Asher Lil Buddy. This is probably going to be a mainstay in the EDC, but we are going to continue testing it out. The sheath is great. The clip is great. The retention on the sheath is very, very good. This thing is very comfortable in hand, guys. I don't know if there's any still left of these or not. I don't know. I'm assuming maybe they're not, but this thing, if it is still available, right around $100 for this and the sheath and the clip in S90V, nonetheless, with a beautiful stonewash drop point blade. We have textured G10 handles that have a slight contour. Just a beautiful fixed blade, guys, that is truly pocketable, and it's not going to get in the way. It's nice and minimal. I have no problem even throwing this in like a sweatpants pocket and doing my thing. So big fan of this fixed blade. This will be a mainstay unless something else comes in that needs some testing, or we just decide to do something on a different one. But this is pretty much not going anywhere. We'll go ahead and get to the Kaiser Task here. 154 satin finish, sheepsfoot blade. Their clutch lock, their micarta. It's performing very well. I've had a lot of fun carrying this knife. The only thing that I could think of that I wish this knife had, other than a little bit more size. I wish this had a little bit more size, but it doesn't take away anything from the knife. I still get a good grip. There's still plenty of blade length there, but I wish this had jimping up the spine here. Even like to halfway or so, because you can get very close on this thing. So I wish they ran some jimping through here from like the studs out, or even just all the way back to about halfway. That would have been just an absolute game changer. Oh, I never noticed that. They have the name of the knife right there on the top. That's actually a good way to do that. I never noticed that. But this thing is fantastic, guys. If you haven't experienced the Kaiser clutch lock or crossbar lock, highly recommend checking out Kaiser's crossbar clutch lock. It is second to nobody's. They do a fantastic job with their crossbar lock. We'll be wrapping things up on this very soon, just because it's 154 from Kaiser, have dozens of their knives in 154, and it's performing like they always do very well. It's a great knife at a great price point. The next one that we're going to be doing testing on is this guy here. I even heard David C. Anderson talk about this knife, and he had never heard of 12C 28N. And in the unboxing of this knife, I say the same thing. I didn't know that it existed. I'm not surprised that it exists, because there's 12C27, there's 14C28, so this is 12C28. So it's going to, I'm assuming, act very similar to 12C27 and 14C28N. I think it'll fall right there in the middle, is what I'm guessing, between those two. And that's what he kind of said too. He said that he thought maybe it would be close to 12C27. I'm thinking it's going to do a little bit better. So I don't know, but one thing I can say, the Concept Cryo here, this is their new version. All of this linked down below as well, along with everything else that I can. This has a beautiful stonewash on it as well. Nice drop point blade. The micarta, guys, is very well done. I got some blood on it, so it's a little darker right there for now till I get it cleaned. But just very nice, and these come in at a very affordable cost. I want to say like $60. Just a great little EDC knife. And then the detent is tuned nicely. Flipper tab is done very well. It's got that little beak that pokes up, and that just gives you a ton of leverage on this guy. The cutout is very nice for the thumb and reverse flick. Great access to that liner with a chamfer. This is a solid build coming from Concept. The other thing I am excited about is we have 1, 2, 3. We have 4, 5. We have 5 knives that I have unboxings on that haven't come out yet. Actually more than 5. But we have a bunch of knives, guys, that are going to be coming. The unboxing is going to be coming, and we're going to be moving them in. I'm going to give you a sneak peek. The guys who watch this, I do kind of do a little show and tell with you guys because I know only so many people are watching these. More people continue to watch them, a couple days after they're released, which is great. Been averaging like 500 views on these, which is not bad at all. It's way more than I thought. But I do some sneak peeks on these EDC updates sometimes. I just released the unboxing on this guy today, at least today in my day. This is the Vased Mini Lab. $70 for this thing, 14C titanium. It's not a big knife, but man, it's nice. It's comfortable. It's snappy. It's very well done. I like this thing. It's nice and snappy, kind of like a little gent EDC utility type knife. It's not going to scare anyone. We'll probably move this guy into the update at some point, but it's in 14C. So we do a lot of 14C on these updates. That's not the sneak peek. The sneak peek is going to be this one, which I've kind of shown a few people. If you like what you see, now I haven't checked in the last couple of hours. There was still a few of these left. The unboxing is coming for this knife within the next day or two from when you're seeing this video. This is the Real Steel Sacra. It's a special edition that Real Steel did, and there's less than 10 left. I know 2 people that have went and got them, and so there's maybe 7 or 8 left. It's a special edition. They did orange on orange, and then they did orange, and like a lime insert. Very, very nice, guys. K110. I have a code, capital GBall Vision. I'll have it linked down below in the description to Real Steel's website. And capital GBall Vision will get you this knife for like $64, somewhere in that ballpark. You're getting a powder-coated K110 drop point blade. This thing came slicey as all hell out of the box. Great sharpening choil here. Plenty of sharpening life. The thumb studs are done ridiculously well. The crossbar lock, guys, is amazing. Like, this is top-notch stuff right here. It is very snappy, very easy to get a hold of and disengage, and this thing is extremely comfortable. It's an integral, it is steel, but it's an integral one piece, and that gives you a full backspacer on this guy, making this extremely grippy and comfortable. This inlay that they did here is like a diamond texture, and man, oh man, is it comfortable. The clip is really well done. This is a perfect knife for a camping folder, a hiking folder, a knife to throw in like your sling bag or your get home bag or whatever, because if you sit this down or you drop it, in most places, most times of the year, you are going to find this very, very easily because of the orange and black contrast. This is going to stick out like a sore thumb, And in a lot of scenarios, that's a good thing. I will be hanging on to this knife for sure. This won't be going anywhere. It'll eventually move into my get home bag most likely, or at least into my truck, just because it's solid as a rock. Tested the crossbar lock. It's very strong, and this thing is very, very snappy, guys. And it's just, I don't have anything quite like this in my collection. It's beautiful. It's comfortable. Slicey as all hell. It's not too big, not too small. It's just, this thing is solid for like 65 bucks. And the cool thing is, Real Steel gave me that code for my viewers, subscribers only. I am the only YouTuber right now with a code for the last couple knives in this model here, in this version, the Sacra Special Edition. I'll link it down below, and if there's still some left, definitely highly recommending this knife. It is as solid as can be, and those links don't really help me out. They don't help me out other than just letting Real Steel know, you know, you guys bought them through my video. But, you know, it helps me out. It makes me look good, but there's nothing else in it for me. But I want you guys to get a solid knife in the process, get some money off. I actually talked them into giving me a discount on this knife for my viewers, and they eventually said yep. So that's awesome from Real Steel. Awesome for you guys. This is your little sneak peek here. Hope you enjoyed that one, because I don't typically do that. That'll be it though, guys. Let me know down in the comments what you think. We're going to have some review update coming here in the next one, I believe. We're going to cover quite a few knives and other gear and how it's done over the past couple of weeks, and we'll go from there. Let me know what you think down in the comments, guys. Love y'all. Hit the thumbs up. If you're still here and you're not subscribed, hit that damn subscribe button, because you are a part of the family now. Love you guys, and I will catch you on the next one.